Hello everyone, welcome to English quiz. Here is your first question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. So here you were asked to choose the synonym of the given word. So what is the given word? The given word here is demolish. So first let us learn the meaning of demolish. So what do you mean demolish? The word demolish means knock down. In other words, I can say destroy. Okay, now you have to choose the synonym for that. Repair. Repair has nothing to do with demolish. Here you're demolishing means you're making it like you're not repairing it, you're spoiling it, right? You're destroying it. So you cannot take repair. Taunt. What do you mean taunt? Let us learn the meaning of taunt. Taunt gives the meaning of provoke or challenge. Provoke or challenge someone with insulting remarks. That means if you insult someone to challenge them or to provoke them, that is called taunt, and that cannot be the answer. Eliminated. Reveal. What do you mean reveal? Reveal the secret. To make known. To make known. Or you can also say to open, to make known or to open something. Okay, so this cannot be the answer. Reveal cannot be the answer. Taunt cannot be. Repair cannot be. So we got dismantle. So what is dismantle? Dismantling the radio, dismantling the TV. That means you're knocking it down or you're in fact destroying. So this is the closest one to the meaning of demolish. Hence your answer is option D. Now let's see the next one. Well, here is your next question. Your time starts now. Right, your time is up. Here it is a sentence improvement question. A sentence is given and one phrase is underlined here, that is demand higher wages. You must replace the phrase with the given options if you find it is grammatically incorrect. Let's see the sentence. The workers of this textile factory demand higher wages for a long time. Here the workers plural of this textile factory, verb demand is plural, seems correct, but no, it is not. Demand higher wages, that means it is in simple present. That means every time they do the same. No, it cannot be possible. It cannot be a general statement. Here we have for a long time. For a long time is a time indicator which expresses action started in the past. Action started in the past for a long time, right? And continuing in the present. Now also going and end somewhere in the future. We do not know when it ends. In such cases, what is the tense we must use? Present perfect continuous. That is what we require, not simple present. Right, now look at this. The workers of this textile factory Have been demanding, workers plural, so have, okay, present perfect continuous, have been plus V4, right? Have been demanding higher wages, sounds correct. Demanded higher wages in the past, no, we have for a long time, we cannot, we have to improve this. Has demand, has plus V3 should be there, it cannot be V1, it's incorrect. So you got your answer, that is option A. Now let's see the next one. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. All right, your time is up. Here again a question from sentence improvement. A sentence is given with one phrase underlined, that is has find you. So now you have to replace the phrase if it is incorrect grammatically or structurally. Right, let's see the sentence here. What's the sentence? If you park your car here, if you park your car here, here it is an if clause. So which condition is that? Let us learn. If you park your car here, if followed by simple present, present simple, right? If you park your car here, you park, okay, fine. Followed by, generally we have two cases, zero condition, simple present followed by simple present, condition one, that is open condition, simple present followed by simple future. Here it is not a rule or a statement of any instruction, so we require to go with the simple future. If condition, that is condition 1. If clause, first condition, that is open condition or possible condition. So that has the structure of if plus simple present followed by simple future. Now, if you park your car here, the traffic police has fined, has plus V3, present perfect. You cannot go with present perfect. That means you have to improve the sentence. So eliminate option B. Will find you, will find you. So simple future means what? Will or shall plus V1, right? Will or shall plus V1. Of course, subject and object common. Subject plus will or shall plus V1 plus object. Now, will find, will plus V1 sounds correct. Find you, simple present, no. It is not a zero condition. Find you, past, no. So you got your answer, option A. If you park your car here, the traffic police will find you. Now let's see the next sentence. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. Here, you were asked to choose, select the most appropriate word for the given group of words. That means one word, substitute. So what is that? Something no longer in use. So what is that? Look at this first one, obdurate. Let me give the meanings here. So first one, obdurate. So what is obdurate? You're so obdurate. That means stubborn. So that is not the meaning. So eliminate option A. Option B, odious. It's so odious. That means extremely unpleasant. Extremely unpleasant. So no, we are not talking about extreme unpleasant, something no longer in use. Option C, obsolete. That is our answer. Something no longer in use is called obsolete. Option D, ominous. Now let us see the meaning. Ominous means threateningly inauspicious. Threateningly inauspicious. That means not of good omen. we generally call Ashubh. That is what omnious, that is incorrect. So you got your answer, that is option C. Now let's see the next question. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. So here 4 sentences are given in jumbled. You have to rearrange them in a proper order and choose from the given options. Now look at this A. The cafe owner, here we are talking about cafe owner, fine. So the cafe owner says, which cafe owner? The cafe's owner. Which cafe's owner? We don't know. Says he is interested in conservation and hopes customers will realize the animals are worth saving even though they often had a bad reputation. So which cafe's owner? We don't know, so A cannot be the starter. So anything with A as starter you can eliminate. No, this cannot be the one. Next, none of them are venomous. None of them. Them refers to whom? Them refers to animals here. The customers will realize the animals are worth saying. So them refers to animals. It could be, that means B cannot be the starter anywhere. B, no. Meaning customers can get up close and personal with the reptiles. So them reptiles, let us see. Here you sip your drink in the company of 35 snakes. So them refers to this one, 35 snakes. Here, where? Where? We don't know. So C cannot be the starter, you see. So we got this D as starter, right? Right. This cafe, which cafe? Which has just opened in Tokyo, is not for the faint-hearted. So we got D as starter. After D goes B or C. If you know that, you get your answer. So here, this cafe, which has just opened in Tokyo, is not for the faint-hearted. None of them are venomous. Them refers to what? Is there anything here in D? No, that means it cannot be the answer. So D followed by what? C. Here, where? In this cafe. So here you sip your drink. You sip your drink. Let's see. Here you sip your drink in the company of 35 snakes. Alright. Followed by C, followed by. None of them are venomous. Them refers to, I told you, 35 snakes. Meaning customers can get up close and personal with the reptiles. The cafe's owner says he is interested in conservation and hopes customers will realize the same thing. You got the same. Here D followed by C followed by B and A. That is option B. D, C, B, A. See, it is easier if you find concomitant pairs and the connections. Right. Now let's see the next one. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. So here 4 sentences are given. Those are jumbled sentences. You have to rearrange them in a correct order. Let's see your A. An environmental group performed necropsy of the animal and found about 40 kilograms of plastic, including grocery bags and rice sacks. So here an environmental group performed a necropsy and found 40 kilograms of plastic. That is what the sentence is, okay. A 4.7-meter long whale died on Saturday in Philippines, alas, where it was stranded a day earlier. Okay, see, it goes with something about whale. Fine. It is very disgusting and heartbreaking, he said. It refers to what? We don't know, so C cannot be the starter. There is no C as starter. It can be A or B or D. Fine. He said, we had done necropsies. So we have done necropsies on 61 dolphins and whales in the last 10 years. And this is one of the biggest amounts of plastic we have seen. So which is the biggest amount? Here you see 40 kilograms. This is biggest. That means after A, you can go with C. Whether it is immediately or not, let us find. But after A, go with C. Now look at this. The animal died from starvation. The animal died. Which animal? The animal refers to what? Here, this one. Long whale died on Saturday, right? So the animal died from starvation and was unable to eat because of the trash filling its stomach, said Daryl Blatcher, director of Devon Collector Museum, including. So here you can see D cannot be the starter because the animal, which animal? We are not sure of. So now let us see. Can A go with the starter? If A is the starter, you cannot go with the B as the next one. So you cannot go ahead with A, eliminate. So you got with the B as starter, you see. And after B goes what? A. In both you see B followed by A. So let us read that. A 4.7-meter long whale died on Saturday in Philippines where it was stranded a day earlier. An environmental group performed a necropsy on the animal. So the animal, here see, the animal, here is the animal. And found about 40 kilograms of plastic including grocery bags and rice sacks. Now you got the connector, you see, after A comes the animal. So necropsy performed on the animal. So the animal refers to the long whale. Fine. Here there is a connector. So the animal. The animal died from starvation and was unable to eat because of the trash filling its stomach, said Darrell Blatchley, director of Devon Collector Museum. Okay. It is very disgusting and heartbreaking, he said. Who is that he? Darrell Blatchley. That means after D goes C. So we got an order B, A, D, C. Where is that? B, A, B, A, okay. D, C or C, D. It is D, C. So you got your answer as option C. Right. Find the connectors. Now let's see the next question. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. So here, nail biting is an idiom or a phrase, it could be. So it's in an idiom. Here what you have to do, you have to choose the meaning which best expresses the meaning from the given options. So what is the nail biting? First let us learn the meaning of nail biting. Nail, editor please edit here. First let us see what is the meaning of nail biting. Nail biting means cause great anxiety or tension. So you know this, people do bite their nails when there are a lot of anxiety or when they feel tension, they do bite nails. That is what nail biting means. It's an idiom. So now look at the given options. Suspenseful. Please edit. Now look at the given options. Suspenseful, plentiful, peaceful, joyful. Nail biting is not joyful. Eliminate it. Is it peaceful? No. Plentiful of what? Nothing. You don't know. So it is Suspenseful, something suspense, then you are very eager to know and you are very tense when you're anxious. So you got your answer as option A, that is suspenseful. Now let's see the next question. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. Look at this. So you are asked to replace the underlined phrase if it is incorrect from the given options. It's a sentence improvement. Look at the sentence. The government seems to have no interest for the welfare of the common man. Is it correct? No interest for the welfare? No, it is incorrect because the right phrasal verb is interest in. The government seems to have no interest in. What do you mean by interest in? Interest in means to persuade, let me write here, to persuade someone to do something. To persuade someone to do something. That is what interest in. Look at the given options. Interest in, interest to, interest in. There is one more phrasal verb, that is interest of. Though it is not given, let me give the meaning. Interest of means in order to help or achieve something. So these are the two phrasal verbs, interest in, interest of. Interest for, like I can say interest for something. This subject has no interest for me. That means a person. A subject has no interest for me. For a person, someone. Okay. So you cannot go with for here. So it is incorrect. So you have to go with interest in. But here interest in is there. Here interest in is there. Interest to. We can eliminate. Improvement we have to do. Which one is correct? Here you should know the sense again. Interest in is what we require, but what it is connected to. The government seems to have no interest. So no interest in the welfare. Okay. Any interest. So any is used when the sentence is already negative. In order to avoid the another negative, we use any. I don't have any interest in it. I don't have any interest. Not is there, so any. But here not is not there. No, that's why we require not. So that means you can eliminate option A. You got your answer, that is option D. The government seems to have no interest in the welfare of common man. I hope it is clear the meanings. Now let's see the next question. Well, here is your next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. So what is being asked here, there is a sentence which is given in active voice. You have to select the correct passive form of that. So what is the sentence? Do not park your car in front of my house. So do not park your car in front of my house is a sentence, and that sentence is an imperative sentence. So we know imperative sentences are the sentences which express order, command, request, suggestion, etc. Now, how do we convert imperative sentence into passive voice? We can convert in two ways. One by using let formula, another one by basing on the tone of the sentence. Here there is no let formula. Let your car be not parked in front of my house could be the one, but that let formula is not given, so we have to go with tone of the sentence. Now, as usual, subject, verb, object, we have to identify. In front of my house is additional information, guys. This cannot be taken as either subject or object. Do not park. Here, park is our verb here. Your car, this is our subject word. It is an object now. It becomes our subject word. That means now it becomes subject. So your car should start the sentence. My house should not be parked. My house should not be parked in front of your car. You will not park house. That is ridiculous, senseless. Eliminate. Your car need not be parked in front of my house. Your car could not be parked in front of my house. Your car should not be parked in front of my house. Which is correct? Here, need. Are we talking about necessity? That is not the tone of the sentence here. The tone is a command. Do not park your car in front of my house. It's a command. It's not a request. It's not a need. So we cannot go with necessity or need. Could not. Ability. Are we talking about past ability? No, we are not talking about ability. So eliminate. What it should be? Should not, because it tone expresses command. So we generally take should for commands in imperative forms. So your answer is option D. Now let's see the next one. Well, here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. Here, 4 sentences are given in jumbled way. You have to rearrange them in a correct order to make a meaningful paragraph. Now, look at the first one. That sort of pollution. That sort. Which sort? We are not sure. So, A cannot be the starter. You can eliminate the option with A as starter. No, that sort of pollution, which is also widespread in other Southeast Asian nations, regularly kills wildlife like whales and turtles that ingest the waste. What is that sort? If you find out, we'll get a connector. Look at this. Environmental groups have tagged the Philippines as one of the world's biggest ocean polluters due to its reliance on single-use plastic. So, the Philippines, the country, is tagged by the environmental groups as one of the world's biggest ocean polluters. Why? Due to its reliance on single-use plastic. It can be the potential starter. B could be the potential starter. Yeah, let us see others. In Thailand also, here also senses it's the connector of something. So C cannot be the starter. There is no starter with C. A whale died last year after swallowing more than 80 plastic bags. So here also is that means before one more country is mentioned. What is that? Philippines. So after B only C comes. Whether it is immediately or not, let us see. But after B only C comes. In the latest case, a whale with 40 kilos of plastic trash in its stomach died on Saturday in southern Philippines where it was stranded a day earlier. You see here, it got the connection with what? So with B, that means after B, D comes, whether it is before C or after C. In Thailand also. That means here we are talking about Philippines. That means after D only comes C. That is one thing. And here D comes immediately after B or after A, or A comes where? The environmental groups have tagged the Philippines as one of the world's biggest ocean polluters due to its reliance on single plastic. In the latest case, a whale with 40 kilos of plastic trash in its stomach, died, and so and so. That sort of pollution. Now, that sort of pollution, which one? Here we are talking about 40 kilos was there, trash in its stomach. That is not the pollution we are talking about here. That sort of pollution is we are talking about this ocean, in oceans. That means after B comes A. So after B comes A. B, A is one concomitant pair. D, C is another concomitant pair. Now we require a connector. After A comes what? In the latest case, so we are talking about other Southeast Asian nations regularly kills whales and turtles and ingest the waste. And where is that example is given? It is backed up with the D. That means after A comes our D. So this is the concomitant pair. So we got three concomitant pairs. From that we can go with B, A, D, C. That means D cannot be the starter. You can eliminate. So B, A or B, C. You cannot go with C after B. In Thailand also a whale died. Before that a whale died in Philippines, right? So you cannot go with this thing as your answer. So you got your answer, that is B, A, D, C, option B. It's easier to find that. Now let's see the next question. Here is the next question. Your time starts now. Well, your time is up. Here you're asked to find the wrongly spelt word from the given four options. So you look at this comparison. What is spelling? C-O-M-P-A, comparison, S-O-N. Comparison, P-A-R-I-S-O-N. So it seems correct. Okay, comparing things. Next, option B, communication. C-O-M-M-U, commune. You see, double M should be there. Communication. It is C-A-T-I-O-N. Communication. So look at this, C-O-M-M, double M, okay, U-N-I-C-A-T-I-O-N. It sounds correct. Next, C, competition. You're preparing for competitive exams. So competition, C-O-M-P-E, competition, T-I-T-I-O-N. So C-O-M-P-E-T-I-T-I-O-N. Look at the C-O-M-P-I is given. It should be E. It is incorrect, right? Next, comparable. C-O-M-P-A-R-A-B-L-E. Comparable. P-A-R-A-B-L-E. It is correct. So the error is with option C, which is wrongly spelled. Now look at the next question. Right, guys, that's all about today's quiz. I'll be seeing the next quiz. Till then, have a nice time.